How's it, guys? Welcome back to another stream. Today we're going to be looking at potential setups for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink. These are the only coins that I kind of really see um, for potential shorts that I'm looking at today. I do think that we might come down before we go back up. Obviously, we did close bullish yesterday on the daily time frame, but I'm expecting a small retracement back down to this level here at 30,700. Which is where the daily candle closes are from 27th of June and the 22nd of June. So I'm looking at this setup currently for Bitcoin. If you have a look at the 15 minutes over here, so we broke the structure over here to the downside. Price is most probably going to come back up to this level over here at 31,168. So I am expecting price to come back up here within today. So yeah, let's have a look. Keep a look for this. I will be looking to take profit at the sweep over here. So where price came down to this level, we'll be looking at potential taking profit there at this level. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at the moment. Ethereum. If we have a look at Ethereum, uh, if we have a look, sorry about that. If we have a look at Ethereum, you can see that it did actually break these lows on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so in my Telegram group yesterday, I said if we break 1954, we could see that 1977 area get tapped into. Although it was the 1976, it actually started to retrace from that level. So I was expecting once we break those highs, we can see that 2000 Ethereum, but I don't think we're going to see that just yet within the next couple of days. So at the moment, what I'll be waiting for here, if we take the fib tool from the high to the low, yeah, I'll be looking at a sell here for Ethereum at around about this level. Yeah. So 1962.44 stop loss above this previous wick over here, and your take profit would be at the negative 0.27 level on the fib. Okay, so what I'm waiting for here is just a simple retracement. We took out these lows. I would expect price to come back up and test these highs before we see price come back down. Okay, so essentially it's just a retracement we're waiting for here. There's nothing more than that. On the 15 minute, same thing goes, just a retracement from this level here. So yeah, that's something I'm looking at the moment. We actually bring this up, it comes to around about there on the 15. So let's wait for that. So we do have two potential setups for Bitcoin and ETH. And at the moment, we just have to be waiting for them because it is a bank holiday today for the US. So we won't see as much movement within today. You'll see here on Forex Factory that there's not much happening today. And then tomorrow we have quite big news. We have FOMC meeting minutes, so that's obviously always big. That's at 10 p.m. Dubai time. So make sure you watch out for that in terms of if you're in positions at that current time. But that's tomorrow, and I will be live streaming tomorrow as well. So I will remind you then. If we have a look at Matic, yeah, Matic was interesting. This is what I was thinking here. So there was two thoughts that I was thinking for Matic here. So I was saying once we break these highs, we could expect price to come back to 0.76, which is that support from the 8th of June 2023. But at the moment we've closed back below this level here. So we've closed back below this 0.7075 zone. Okay, so what that means is we probably could expect price to come down further. Okay. If we look at this on a 1-hour chart, you can see that there is that liquidity that's been taken over here, but I still think that price can come and tap these lows. If we take the fib from this level to here, yeah, I mean this could actually be a good setup here for Chainlink. I mean for Matic. If we have a look at the 15, tapped into this 0.62 area, you could look for potential setup like this, right? and your stops below this wick, that could be an ideal setup right now, because it's taken out these lows. This next 15 candle closed bearish but closed respecting, right? So, and obviously we were bullish. So this was the breakup structure over here that we were looking at. So that level there got taken out. And yeah, this could be a potential setup here for Matic. But what I'd wait for, I'd rather wait for price to come down for the next 15. If we have a look at the 5 minutes here. Yeah, I mean, this looks decent. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll just put my stops at this level here, 0.6936. And then you could target, I mean, essentially you could target this level here at 0.7272, okay? So the risk and reward for this trade, 1 is to 3.64, which is very decent. So like if you use a 10 leverage for here, you'll be gaining 37%, whereas your loss is only, 10%, okay? So the risk and reward is very good on the setup. So yeah. So this is Matic. We have a look at the 5 minutes. The thing is, on the lower time frames, it is showing more bearish pressure. If we take this from here, yeah, we could expect price to at least come up to 7.1, and then we could look at potential sells from there. So this would probably be the area you want to be looking at, okay, for your first take profit. Because on the 5 minutes, I mean, this is what you want to see here. If you look left over here on the 3rd of July, look how many wicks tapped into the zone and then bounced straight back up. So that is currently why I do think that the setup is it's a low risk setup, especially if you're using low leverage. Okay, so I would just make sure it's just manage your risk on this, or if you're using a low margin and higher leverage, depending on how you trade, just manage your risk when you. It's Wi-Fi, bro. Just disconnects me. Crypto company with shit Wi-Fi. Need to see if it's working. Yeah, here we go. Sorry about that. The Wi-Fi did cut out. Yeah, so just waiting for this setup for Ethereum. That's pretty much that. If it doesn't play out, it doesn't play out, but that is where I will be taking a sell. Okay. And then same thing for Bitcoin. It's the exact same setup, just a little bit different, obviously. So over here, this is what I'll be looking at. Waiting for price to come back to 31,168, then take some sells back down to the lows. Yeah, so those are the setups at the moment. There's not much else happening. We can take a look at. I do want to go over the Bitcoin dominance chart because this is something that I was looking at yesterday. Okay, so you can see Bitcoin is coming down now a bit, which is obviously once we break these lows at 30,900, we're definitely going to come back down to this level here, 30,800 to 700. So be aware of that. So this setup here is just based on a retracement, and if it doesn't come up to that level, well then you can look at straight sells below the zone here. Okay, so you need to wait for these lows to actually get taken out before you take a position. Otherwise, we're just gonna be bouncing. Yeah. So wait for that. Bitcoin dominance. This is what I was expecting yesterday, to be honest. So support was broken on the 4 hour and the daily. So you can see we broke this level on the 4 hour chart. Okay. So I was expecting price to come back down to this fair value gap at the zone over here. But it looks like Bitcoin dominance is just too strong at the moment for anything to happen. So obviously this is bullish for Bitcoin. And what I mean by that, it's bullish because it's gaining more dominance in the market, right? So all the altcoins are actually getting less down in the market, which is obviously making them lose more strength, right? So yeah, that is that at the moment. Let's have a look back. Let's have a look at AVAX. Yeah, so I was looking at this on the 4 hour, but I actually didn't enter. So this was my long position for AVAX yesterday. Okay. So I was waiting for price to close above this level yesterday on the 4 hour time frame. But we didn't get that closure, and essentially we did not enter this position. But at the moment, we are currently at support. So everything looks like it's starting to break down here. So once we break down the support, we could look at potential sells. Let's have a look here. So we broke structure here to this high. Yeah, what I'd be looking at here actually is a potential long over here, and then take profit at these highs. Your stop loss would have to be below this wick. 1:2. You can even bring it a bit higher up. 1:2.11. Okay. So yeah, if you guys do have any charts that you want me to go over, just make sure you put them in the chat. We can definitely go over them. But yeah, I've gone over a couple of setups that I am looking at. And essentially these are the only setups that I'm currently seeing. So well, I'm gonna wait for this AVAX long. Once we break these lows, we should see price carry on to the upside. Because the thing is, when you look on the 1 hour and the 30 minutes here, what is happening, right? So you always have to ask yourself, where was the previous high? And the previous high was over here, okay? So this previous high, what you can do is, you can kind of just say here, so I have a thing called a break of structure, and it shows you that it's been taken out. So those highs have been taken out over there. And essentially what is happening now is just a retracement back down to this 0.618 level. So I did label it as 0.62, which is basically 0.618. So yeah, that is something that I am looking at for AVAX at the moment. Okay. Filecoin, obviously we know Filecoin absolutely ripped yesterday, so that was obviously a bullish sign. I haven't done much TA for Filecoin here, so let's actually take a look here on the daily. Obviously closing very strong with all that volume. The thing is, this is very bullish. Like when looking at this chart, right, there's nothing. It's obviously bearish, like in terms of, you know, making these lower highs consistently, right, making a lower high here, and actually did actually just make another lower high. So technically this is bearish, but in the current stance that I'm at the moment, I would say that it's bullish, just because of Bitcoin at the current levels. Okay, so if we have a look at Filecoin, there's not much really to analyze there. Yeah, I mean, if it breaks this low here, you could look at a straight sell back down to, let's have a look here. So this was the start of the pump, back up to the highs. Yeah, you could look at a potential sell here for Filecoin. So saying that this back down to this level here, potentially this wick, and your stops would be so small. So this risk reward is 1:2.8, 2.09. So let's have a look here. I'll wait for this to happen. Yeah, so it looks good. And Matic, we did take that long position if you guys were here. Obviously, we are in this long position. If you guys did take this, essentially what I was waiting for here. So like what I explained this earlier, right? Waiting for, you know, we had the break of structure here to the downside. You hit your fib from the low to the high. So we had the low to the high over here, and essentially it taps into that 0.62 level. So because we've tapped into there, you put your stops below this level, and you can look to run it up to the highs. Okay. So yeah, that is the situation at the moment. Like I said, today is very boring. I was hoping that we would get more trades. We've only really taken one setup, and that was this Matic setup. So yeah, it's because of let's have a look at crypto bubble, see if what coins are popping off at the moment. So with them today we have Leo, Aave, APT, Curve. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Let's have a look at SUI, SUR. Yeah, I think that would be a good one to look at because also we can potentially trade that at the moment. So I just want to see how this 15-minute candle closed. So it closed bullish, right? So if we have a look at this, let's analyze this 15 closure. Closed bullish, closed above this level here. Yeah. So what I would do is, right, if you guys didn't take the setup, I'd probably put a buy stop at these highs. Okay, so it's called a trigger order. So essentially, what will happen is once this candle, see, obviously it's coming down now, but once it actually starts to flip bullish, you would be in. So it's called a buy stop. You're actually setting a buy order above the market price, whereas a buy limit is when you set it below the market price. So this could be a potential setup that you could trade for Matic. Okay. But like I said, I'm expecting price to come down first. So yeah, those are the setups. It is a very short stream today, just because of the market situation and you know how the bank holiday, right? So still waiting for this Bitcoin setup, and I'm still waiting for this E setup. I'm gonna leave it at this because of, I mean, there's just nothing to look at here. The Forex Factory, there is no news today. It's US bank holiday, so a lot of people actually just take a day off on today, which is obviously a good indication of not to trade, right? So it is a very boring day, so I am gonna cut it off. I hope you guys did enjoy. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna have a nice stream because we have a lot more volatility tomorrow. We have pre-FOMC meeting, I have, and yeah. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow.